So there is more information about this woman, Tina Anozie, the wife of this bus driver, Anozie, that Asherkine helped. So people have gone to this woman's inbox. They have gone to her DM to be insulting her, dragging her. They are no longer dragging her in the comment section, but they are now insulting her in her DMs and trolling and bullying her on the internet, because it was alleged that she left her marriage of over 10 years because her husband went broke, that her husband that has been providing for her could not pay rent in 2018, and that was why she packed and left her marriage, that she was no longer proud of her husband because he left the job he was doing and became a bus driver. That was why she left, and that is the reason people started dragging her in her DM. Like, she posted screenshots of different messages. So she now decided that, okay, that she was going to talk, that in fact that she never left her marriage of over 10 years. That it is not possible for her to leave her marriage of over 10 years simply because her husband went broke. That she has been the one financing the house, taking care of everything, paying rent, paying the children's school fees for over 8 years in that marriage. That it was only in 2018 that she couldn't pay because she spent so much money. She had just had a baby through CS, and that she spent so much money, her account was completely cleared. She could not pay the rent in 2018. So she asked her husband to pay the rent in that 2018, which her husband in return told her that he could not afford it and that they should go and live with her mother. That it's either she goes to live with her mother or they can all go and live under the bridge. So she said she managed to get money. She solicited for help from her alumni group. They contributed for her and she was able to rent an apartment for her and her children. Now, people now change from dragging this woman to now dragging the husband, calling him out on Twitter. Different people were saying all sorts of stuff to him, telling him, okay, you're a bad person. Why would you do this to your wife? Why would you tell your wife to go and live under the bridge? So he, on the other hand, now decided that, okay, that he was going to say his own side of the story. He debunked everything she said, saying that they were all lies, that he has been the one taking care of the house, so that he had been taking care of everything, paying rent, school fees, and all of that until 2018 when he went broke after her cesarean section. And that the part where she said that she spent all her money on the hospital bills, that it was a lie, that where he was working at the moment covered up the hospital bills and was taking care of the 4 children, that he had been the one paying rent, school fees, and everything up until 2018 when he could no longer afford it. That was when she had to pay, that she gathered money from her alumni group and then paid for the rent at the time. That was the only time that she had ever paid rent. So he admitted, though, that at the time that it was his wife that was taking care of the family financially and all of that, that she was the one covering all the responsibility or shouldering all the responsibilities at the time. And also that after that 2018, they did not pay rent for the next 2 years because they spent money on all the repairs in the house. So all the money they spent on the repairs were converted to rent. So they never paid rent in that house until 2022 when the woman decided to leave him. So he painted this picture that she left him because he could no longer afford a 2-bedroom apartment. He said at the time he wanted them to stay in a room and parlor apartment, but she wanted a 2-bedroom apartment, and because he couldn't afford it, that she managed to gather the money and left him with the children. So currently he is even staying in his brother's house. He doesn't even have a house of his own. So he painted this picture that this woman abandoned him when he lost his money. And if you go through this woman's Facebook page in 2020, you would see her make posts of her husband on her husband's birthday, calling him all sorts of sweet names and all of that. So it now looks like it was true that she left him simply because he was broke. And he even went as far as sharing all the pictures of the receipts from the house rent that he paid all those years. But now, one thing that is really making this whole matter to be very dicey is because all those receipts had this man's name, this Anozie Shegun, on all the receipts. And even the receipt that he claimed that it was the woman that paid in 2018 also had his name. So how would you differentiate? How would you know the one that was the woman that paid and it was the one that was the man that paid? Because all of them, even the one he claimed that his wife paid, had his name on them. So you can never really tell. Now, the Twitter user that was chatting with him was asking, okay, what's the current state with your wife? Are both of you together, or are you people apart, or anything? What is happening between both of you? He said that they are completely separated, and he sends 20,000 naira weekly for their upkeep. He said he used to send 15,000 naira, but as things started getting hard in the country, things started getting more expensive, he started sending 20,000 naira to them weekly. They asked him, okay, are both of you together or you're separated? He said that they are separated and we should not even call her his wife, that he wants nothing to do with the woman, that the woman has frustrated his life, made his life miserable and all of that, and that he doesn't want any marriage with the woman, that all he wants is custody of his 2 kids. He has 4 kids actually with the woman, but he wants custody of just 2 children out of the 4 children, which is his son and his first daughter. And then when the Twitter user asked him, okay, why is it that he just wants custody of just these 2 children? He said that because those those ones are old enough, he can take care of them. That for now, he doesn't even have an apartment of his own. He's staying with his brother. The other two children are still small and they are girls, that he might find it very, very difficult to be able to take care of all of them at once, and that he's not really financially stable to be able to shoulder all that responsibility for now, that he would like to stand on his feet before he can go and take the rest of his children. So as it stands now, social media users are very divided. Some people are supporting the man, some people are supporting the woman, and they have started even contributing for this man. They have contributed over 2 million naira for this man, and they've helped him to clear his debts. Now, he collected that his bus that he was driving on hire purchase, so he was still owing 800,000 naira, and they helped him to clear the debt, and they've been contributing for him to help him get a better apartment and everything, to just help him stable, to just help him to be stable financially. And then on the woman on the other hand has been getting a lot of support. People have been contributing for her, especially women that understand her pain. So at the end of the day, I don't think I would support any of them. I would decide that I want to support the man or I want to support the woman, because this matter is very, very dicey. And they are a couple, or they were once a couple, they were once in love. There's this saying that when husband and wife are having issues, you should try not to get involved, because if they ever decide that they want to settle, you're going to become the enemy. So I don't see why anyone would take sides in this matter, because both of them are saying different things. Like, they're contradicting themselves. And tell me how you are going to know who is lying and who is saying the truth when you don't live with them. You're just judging from the information you get on the internet. So how can you possibly tell who's lying and who's not? If I were to be them, I wouldn't want to listen to any interviewer again, or listen to anything anyone has to say on social media, or put my matter out there for the sake of my children. I mean, for the mental health of the children. You cannot tell what these kids might be going through with all these things that are happening. Like, children can be really funny. They can be bullying them in school and all of that because of all these that are happening. So for the mental health of my children, if I were to be them, I would rather not talk about this on the internet anymore. All right, my dear viewers, that is all for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more entertaining videos like this. My name is Virtue Zindu. Bye, and I'll see you in my next video.